Well, good afternoon. Thanks for joining into Your News Arizona. I'm Jonathan Alexander reporting. So I've got some updates for y'all. We have another cyber attack out in Susan City, California. And, guys, we've discussed this many times over the last year where the cartel has actually made threats saying that they were going to poison our water supply, our food supply, telling us basically all of America is going to be dead. I know right now these cyber attacks and all this stuff, they're blaming it on Iran. And I'm not so sure if it is Iran. This again, when I've had Senator Hart down at the border with me, the cartel flat out made the threat, telling us how they were going to do it. One of the concerns that I have as well, if you take a look at our water supply plants all across America, you're lucky to have 2 to 3 men on duty for doing security. One of the concerns as well is many of these water treatment plants, these security guards are unarmed. So ask yourself the question, how hard would it be if you're the enemy to walk inside one of those water treatment plants, take out the security guards, poison our waterways with the fentanyl? You drop a 100-pound brick of fentanyl in the water supply, guess what? You just lost millions of Americans. This is one of my biggest concerns that I have. And now on top of it, we have Iran threatening to hit us with nuclear warheads. And my understanding, China as well is working with Iran. So that's something we can't rule out as well. And I'm not trying to put the fear in a lot of people, but at the same time, you guys have got to stay alert. Pay attention to your surroundings, especially out in the major cities like Las Vegas, LA, New York. You guys have got to pay attention to your surroundings. I'm expecting some large casualties in the near future. And this is all speculation. So this is only my opinion. But I'm telling you guys, if you've been following me long enough, my opinion is usually pretty close to being spot on. I've been doing a lot of research of what's happening. So I do want to read to you guys a thing about Susan City, California. A small municipality in Northern California declared a state of emergency on August 8th, 2026, after a malware attack hit its computer network. The cyber attack forced the shutdown of city IT systems. It closed City Hall and temporarily routed 911 calls to the Solano County Dispatch Center. Impact and response. Emergency services 911 call was routing. 911 call routing was disrupted, my apologies, but emergency dispatch was seamlessly moved to Solano County Dispatch. Police and fire departments remain fully operational. City operations. City Hall closed and internal online services were taken offline as a precaution. The investigations, the FBI, Department of Homeland Security, and state services stepped in to investigate. So, again, they're not really telling you exactly what took place. They're not telling you how it happened. Again, I know they're blaming this on Iran. I'm not so sure if this is not the cartel. And anybody that underestimates the cartel, folks, you are mistakenly wrong. This cartel is very sophisticated. They've got technology to where even when we're on the border, we've had senators that we've given border tours to actually had the cartel ping their phone and call right into their phone and let them know they were watching us. So if that's not top technology, I don't know what is. But again, there's just been so much happening around the country right now. If you've noticed, we've had hundreds and hundreds of flights cancellations. I know Delta canceled a bunch of them. United Airlines canceled several flights. Now they're actually saying it's their computers and stuff that's being shut down on these flights. You know, my biggest concern is, what's going to happen next? They're going to stop a flight right in the middle of its flight and drop it. Um, so at this point in time, rest assured, this man's not going to be flying. So just wanted to give you guys some updates on what's happening right now. Telling you guys all need to be on alert. Just watch your surroundings. If you see something suspicious, report it immediately. I don't care if you're thinking, well, maybe it's nothing. But if you think it could be possibly something, report it. The only stupid question out there is the unasked question. So just get it out there, folks. It's up to all of us to help keep our homeland safe as well. And sorry, guys, I'm pretty raspy. I've been out in the desert quite a bit. So I'm trying to drink lots of fluids. But anyways, if there's any questions, you guys can call into my studio, 928-716-3189. Feel free to call in, and I'll try to answer as much questions as I can. And I think I want to see if I can't share one of the other broadcasts with you guys that came out on Susan City. Let's see. Okay, let's see if we can't play this for you guys to hear it.
One systems. Susan City declares a state of emergency after cyber attacks. The North Bay city says a malicious software infected its systems on Friday morning, impacting public safety and other city services as well. Now, as I mentioned, this comes as, take a look in the last 48 hours. We've also been hearing North Carolina ports. They have confirmed cyber attacks are disrupting their operations. We're seeing a variety of cyber attacks hitting across the United States, and this comes as I've been sharing with you the updates on U.S. water systems in 12 states targeted in a wave of cyber attacks. And again, not full confirmation yet on who is behind these attacks, but Iran likely behind the cyber attacks on the U.S. water systems. Sources say malicious cyber actors have attacked municipal water systems in at least 7 states. It has now gone up to 12. We've received confirmation on some of these states, and those include Minnesota, Michigan, Wisconsin, South Dakota, Georgia, California, New Jersey, Oregon. These are just some of the states that have come out and announced, yes, we are the ones that have been hit. And also, we've heard warnings directly from the IRGC regarding our power grids in the United States. They've warned Donald Trump that if you conduct a massive attack against the energy in Iran, we will hit not only U.S. military bases in the region, but will also come after the homeland. And I also shared with you in the last roughly 72 hours, we also heard from Iran in an announcement Friday. They had said that they're also planning to develop missiles that can reach all the way across the world and hit U.S. soil. They said that this is something that they would like to do because it's time for Americans to feel what it's like to be hit with missiles on U.S. soil. Wow. Developing news coming out that one city in California is currently in a...
All right, so that's just one of the reports that came out. There's several of them out there. And again, I'm just asking all you guys to stay alert. Again, if you see something suspicious, just dial 911. Pay attention on our borders as well, folks. I've been down there with the military, with our Border Patrol guys, and they are still coming through. And one of the problems that we're also worried about right now is Iranians trying to come in right through our Mexico border. And so, as you guys know, as I have reported, our tribal lands are still wide open. So that's a major concern as well on the borders. And we've got to do something for this country to get it under control. Yeah. And I'm not here to pick on Donald Trump today, but I want to just tell you guys, every time Donald Trump keeps saying our borders are secure. Rest assured, our borders are not secure. I wish they were. So I'll be back on the border here soon. I hope you guys can stay tuned for that reporting. And we're going to give you guys some important updates while we're there. And I've got some officials coming with me on the tour. So you guys can stay tuned for that. I'm going to keep tonight's broadcast short. I've got a meeting I've got to be in about 10 minutes. But I just wanted to make you guys aware of what's happening if you haven't been paying attention. And again, guys, just stay alert and watch your surroundings. All right, guys, God bless all of you. Appreciate you tuning in tonight. This is Jonathan Alexander reporting live with Your News, Arizona. Good night, folks.